Hi guys, hi everyone. Today we are on Animatediff. Once again, I'm going to show you something I think very cool, very interesting. And I want to show you how to create something new starting from your input video. As you can see, we have here a sake bottle with a label I created for my client in Japan, and I create as well something like that. Here we are. As you can see, I create a version of this bottle with Animatediff with a bunch of ControlNet in order to make this label live and to create something very cool for their business. Now, how to do that? I will show you the process along this workflow. As you can see, I try to divide each part so we can see it once in a time, and I can explain you every single step. So the first step is this node I called ratio. You have to create a right ratio in width and height for your video, because we are using Stable Diffusion 1.5, so this is a Full HD video and we want to reduce the initial ratio, and this is very useful to divide each frame. Now we are using just a frame limit of 30 in order to speed up the process and to show you everything. Second part is a checkpoint. I'm using a Dream Shaper, LCM, and a bunch, I think, of LoRa's, one for more details and one called Robotor, in order to have a cybernetic robotic piece in your images. You can find it in CVTI. After this, you have to link. I'm using 3 different ControlNet. The important part is to apply the right ControlNet. I'm using Apply Advanced ControlNet, ACN, linked to a load ControlNet model, ACN, with the right Stable Diffusion module, 1.5, time step keyframe with a time step keyframe, ACN, and a ControlNet weight with a ControlNet weight, ACN, in order to weight your ControlNet. The first one I'm using is Canny, so you have to insert a preprocessor, Canny Edge, and this is the result. 30 images with this kind of, just a minute on my mouse, I want to zoom in, this kind of representation. So after this ControlNet, I'm going to use another one. The second one is a depth ControlNet with a time step keyframer, with a weight, and with a proper preprocessor MIDA depth map. You can use whatever you want in this kind of depth. There are many preprocessor. I use this. It's very easy. I'm using a resolution of 512. It's quite good. And the third one, useful if you want, is a motion. I call it motion ControlNet, a checkpoint GIF, in order to make this animation smoother. So the efficient loader, you have to link in an Animatediff node with everything in its part. Motion model, I use version 3 of Animatediff. evolve sampling, LCM average, because we are using an LCM sampler, and this content option to exceed the value of the exceed of 24 frame, I think, the value of 24 frame. I use also FreeU V2 version 2. It helps to enhance the images, and a seed red tree to randomize every single step, every single generation. A key sampler with an array script, key sampler 12 steps, CFG of 2 and LCM and normal for scheduler. You can reduce these steps to 5, 6. I want to pump up to 12. It's fine for me. And the decoder, contrast adaptive sharpening to have sharp edges, and a video combine with a frame rate that match with your frame rate, initial frame rate. This is a video with 30 frames per second. So what are we going to see? I want to show you the difference in the differences when you use a different denoise value. At the first generation I create, I use this denoise value 0.7. In your imagination, in your mind, you have to think that you are saying to Stable Diffusion, generate an images and more images, 30 images in this case, but generate image with a 70% of imagination. So you are saying to Stable Diffusion, image as much as you can. With this value, I expected a good generation, but something quite different from my video, from my initial video. Let's see. Right, the export is done, so we are going to see the result. I changed the frame limit to 90 just to have more video to talk to. So you can see this is the result. It's quite good, in my opinion. It's fine, but everything around changed a lot, because we are using a value of the noise very high, 0.7. So you can see also that the hand right there, it's strange. This is a laptop here, but here no more. It's good, but it's very changing. So I want to maintain this kind of visualization, this kind of style, but I want to make it more stable. So I pump up this final roboter to 0.9. the test is fine. I leave the prompt there. The seed, it's changed every time. Okay, now I reduce the noise to 0.25. This is a very low value, so I'm telling to Stable Diffusion, okay, Paul, work, but stay in the line. Just follow very strict the controlnets and the initial video. So we are going to see the difference. Okay, right? The result, it's here, the new video, and as you can see, the result, it's much better in my opinion, because this video, it's very close to our initial video. There is the laptop, there is the background, there's the hand, but there is there is this mask very close to this mask. If you remember the first one video, this one, this video, okay, as you can see, the mask is changing a lot because the value of the noise is too high and the stable diffusion plays a lot. So work in with Animatediff and this is the second one, as you can see. This is the first and this is the second. When you work with Animatediff, you have to play with this value and with Controlnets in order to have consistency between your frames, and in order to have something cool and something that has storytelling. If you want to say something very different from the initial video, you can use it as base. But if you want to tell a story about this particular mask or this particular kanji, you have to work with details, and you have to reduce to work fine with Controlnets, but you have to work a lot with this value of the noise. So this is the main task of today. Hope you like it, hope you find this video useful for your tests and your experimentation, and I hope you see you again. Bye bye, ciao ciao.